Even a short conversation with John Lujan can reveal the value he places on family. But his own upbringing started with some challenges.
Up into the age of the 6th grade, we were a dysfunctional family, and a family that was really struggling, and I didn't know what our future would be. When I was in the 7th grade, my dad had an encounter with God. From that point on, the 7th grade on, it was a totally different life. I had a true mom and a dad, and they were real involved in the upbringing of my brothers and sisters and myself. There's 6 in the family. Today, my dad is a retired minister, and my mother is a retired principal, all in the district that I work and I serve in.
An improved family situation opened his eyes to the importance of service.
Service is so important. My dad, as a retired minister, we worked with migrant workers, we took missionary trips into Mexico. We've always helped others and served others. And I used to say as a young man, when I grow up, I'm not gonna do what my parents did. I think they gave too much to help people, and they didn't take enough care of themselves and our things, and a little more selfish mentality. And then as I grow older, all those values end up coming out. And it just happens like that. You see things through different lenses as you grow up.
For decades now, John has imparted those lessons to his own family, one that includes 3 adopted sons.
We had 2 sons, biological sons. Never did my wife and I ever say, let's adopt children. We never said that. It just happened like that. We had unplanned adoptions.
Prior to politics, John served with the sheriff's office and then the fire department.
When I was in the sheriff's office, I worked in the Old Bear County Jail, and then I was a warrant officer serving warrants. And I was young. I was a young man at that time, so I really saw a lot of things that a lot of people don't see. Then I went with the San Antonio Fire Department. I spent 25 years in the San Antonio Fire Department, and I love the fire department. The fire department to me is a brotherhood. Public service has always been so important to me. When you're younger, you can do all the law enforcement and the firefighting stuff. As you get older, you think, how do I serve now? Well, I ended up putting my name in the hat and becoming state rep for District 118 in South Bear County. I'm enjoying now serving this way.
John credits his personal faith as guidance for his life choices.
As a man of faith, I really believe that I'm breathing and alive today, and that you're alive today because we were created with a specific purpose. And that purpose is 2 things. Number 1, to love God with all our heart, soul, and mind. And then number 2, to love our fellow man. If we do those 2 things, man, that's true service. And if we're doing those 2 things, we're constantly looking on behalf of other people. And when you do that, the mentality, the peace, the blessings that you open yourself up to are just a byproduct of that, because that's biblical.
Growing up in San Antonio, it's impossible to be unaware of one's Tejano roots. And John sees a particular Tejano trait as important to all of Texas.
As Tejanos, especially on this month, very entrepreneurial. I know as a firefighter, I had a small construction company, I had a small marketing company. I did all these different things while I was doing that so we could make money. I actually sold confetti for cascarones, and I would travel to the valley. As a fireman, I would take my vacation, and my family and I would drive to the valley selling to all the Walmarts and H-E-Bs confetti that a friend of mine had made, and I was the salesperson for that. All those entrepreneurial things are so important, and we need to make sure that we maintain that culture of entrepreneurialism, because it's important for the longevity of Texas and for the longevity of our nation. We need to have a strong small business entrepreneurial community thriving. That's, I think, what really sets Texas apart.